I've never seen it.
Record that on its own time, but we're here with Dave Stone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having never seen Indiana Jones.
Yes, I do what I can.
We're also here joined by Ryan Singer, who I don't know if he has seen Indiana Jones.
I have, many years ago.
Okay, great.
Very demonstrative.
I know, we just end
I
now.
watched it very purposefully.
Well, check that box.
Well, I was really hoping you hadn't, because I got a lot of stuff based on that, so we're out of here.
I don't.
I have also not seen any of the Indiana Joneses. Keeping Up with the Indiana Jones. There's a whole new... that could be your sub-podcast. Keeping Up with the Joneses. Which is... I haven't, despite... I love Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah? See, I think that's probably why I haven't seen it, is I'm indifferent. He's always just bored the hell out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love him for anything having to do with acting in any capacity. I just watched Blade Runner this year for the first time.
Same.
Good.
Yeah.
Couldn't watch it in one sitting. It's like, it was like, I don't want to say it was slow, but it's like the movie that spawned 8,000 sort of like ripoffs.
Yeah.
It's like watching a boring Matrix for the first time this year, where you're just like, I see what they did. You know what I mean? Sure, they invented bullet time, but have you seen Wanted? Or like some like crappy
Yeah.
saw Star Wars. He's good in that. But that, I don't think any of the acting is good in any of the Star Wars as he's in.
Yeah.
So he's just really stands out because he seems to have memorized his lines.
That guy's good.
My favorite Harrison Ford thing is reacting to a David Blaine magic trick. Have you seen, it went like super, David Blaine did like a Magic for Celebrities in 2014, 2013 special. And everyone's like fun. There's a few that stand out, like he does it for Will Smith and his whole family, and they all just seem to believe in magic, so they're not that surprised. Like, they're like, yeah, no, like Jaden is like, yep, that's what you do. you shove stuff through your hand.
That's how that works.
And Kanye West is in it, and he does a whole magic trick for Kanye West, and Kanye sort of nods along, and then you hear, whoa, and the camera pans out, and just Woody Harrelson has been there the whole time, but they never showed him once. And then he does a trick for Harrison Ford where he like makes a card appear in a piece of fruit. Harrison Ford's kitchen is insane.
Okay.
It's
I would
like,
imagine.
you know, like a magazine cover kitchen. And he does a trick and he goes, a card disappears that Harrison Ford has signed. And then he goes, will you go grab a piece of fruit? And Harrison Ford immediately is like, I fucking hate this guy. Like, he does not want to get the fruit, and he grabs the fruit and then he cuts it. And then his card is in the middle of like a grapefruit or something in his bowl. And Harrison Ford, just not even being funny, goes, get the fuck out of my house.
You're a wizard.
And just hates him. Hates it all. And then everyone sort of laughs, and he just continues to stare, and David Blaine just like leaves.
That's so funny.
So I'm like, I like that Harrison Ford guy.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a celebrity with no sense of humor.
It is, you mean, like, not just a celebrity, like as famous a person as there can be.
Yeah.
This is like what Tom Cruise will be in 20 years level of fame if he lives that long.
Yeah.
And how high was Harrison Ford?
Oh my
during
God,
this?
so high.
That's my favorite thing about Harrison Ford that I keep telling everyone who will listen. And I'm sure we've even said it on here before, that he's been high the whole time in everything, which changes The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Like, it changes.
I do like The Fugitive.
It changes every movie you've ever. And if you watch Star Wars, the originals, you're like, oh yeah, he's clearly high.
Sure. I mean, he's not reacting to any of it. And if you watch like Air Force One, knowing he's high, where it's like he's realizing he's the president. Like during it, like they shot it linearly. And he's like, I'm the what?
Oh.
I do not think this guy could fight. That would be the only president in history who could do the presidential fitness test, would be Harrison Ford in Air Force One. He's like, I could probably do a pull-up and like stretch on a milk crate.
Yeah, he's maintained pretty well throughout the years.
He does. And now there's another Indiana Jones coming out this year.
Oh, boy.
And he's in it still.
Okay.
And I think he's 80.
And there's a lot of CGI face, I think.
I hate the CGI. I don't want to. I went on a massive thing about The Irishman.
Yeah.
About how like
Irishman.
that. My brain, it just pissed me off. I just
'Cause
couldn't.
it's
My brain's like,
unnatural.
no, it isn't. If you're gonna de-age, don't de-age literally the most famous man.
Yeah.
I know what he looks like.
Or could we also de-age his legs and knees when he's kicking the shit out of a store clerk? That was the worst fight scene I've ever seen.
He really moved with like the rigidness of a labyrinth puppet.
I mean, that was so bad.
I just oh God, what did I just watch where they recast? I just watched a movie where they Men in Black 3. They go back in time, and Tommy Lee Jones, they recast him. The young Tommy Lee Jones is played by Josh Brolin, and it's so fucking good. Men in Black 3 is pretty good. The first one, I think, is a perfect movie. It's, like, great. The second one stunk. The third one, they go back in time, and Josh Brolin is so good, you're more impressed than if they CGI'd Tommy Lee Jones young. Because he sounds exactly like Kay.
I wonder if
he behaves exactly like Kay. And I watch that, and I rant on here a lot about how I think Vincent D'Onofrio should have won an Oscar for the first Men in Black. What the fuck was if all we give out Oscars for impressions? How's Josh Brolin not get? That's better than someone pretending to be Abe Lincoln. I know what Tommy Lee Jones sounds like. I know how he moves.
That's right.
He's in the same movie.
Yeah.
Moving and acting the same. Two dudes behaving the same. He's so good. Why? I wish they just do that with The Irishman. Just cast some dude. You work with Leonardo DiCaprio every 6 seconds. I don't give a shit if he doesn't look like Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Let him play one of these guys.
It was bad enough in Goodfellas when De Niro early character is supposed to be like 27.
27
yeah,
years
27
old?
years old. There's a 52-year-old Robert De Niro.
I'm pretty sure I just saw the guy flash his social security card at that diner. I don't.
He's supposed to be 27
In that opening scene.
I think Martin Scorsese has never known how old actual Robert De Niro is. He's like, all right, you're going to play a 9-year-old boxer. Then you're going to play a 61-year-old taxi cab guy.
Yeah.
Or the same. But then he's like, then you're going to play a 27-year-old. And then I'm going to have you play 30, 60, and 90 years old at the same time.
And you know when you ask De Niro about this, he just goes, "It's acting."
Yeah.
Right.
And that's his answer to everything. It was like, I can act like a 27-year-old, even if I'm 75.
I don't disagree, but so can a lot of 27-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's ridiculous because
it's
there's
ridiculous.
acting and then there's looking like.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not that good of an actor.
But I don't know how old Indiana Jones is supposed to be at this point. I feel like they can't just be like Andy's 50. They've got to be like, holy shit, that guy's still around. Like if the character you're playing in the franchise, the bit is insane that they're there, buddy, maybe just take a nap, Harry. Like it's like maybe I just want him to stop.
It
maybe
should be a pass the torch movie.
Right. Maybe he's happy acting. Maybe actors just got to work, or they'll like, if people don't do stuff, when you retire, it's like your life expectancy goes way down. But I don't know, man. Cook.
That's clearly what's going on with De Niro. Does this guy say no to anything now?
I
mean, he just says yes to everything.
He is absolutely
just straight to video.
He will be in Bad Great Grandpa. Yeah. And then he will play Bad Nephew. They'll de-age him down to be his own great
I want to see what's
nephew.
eating Gilbert Grandpa, Bad Grandpa.
What's eating Gilbert Grandpa? What's eating Gilbad Grandpa?
Yeah.
Ryan's a sucker for alliteration.
Oh my God. Sorry. I don't know how I went on another fucking rant about the de-aging thing, but your brain knows. You cannot fool it. It's why watching Hugo feels weird, or that Polar Express movie. When you watch it, like your knees hurt because you're just like, your brain knows stuff's not supposed to look like that. It looks too close. I need it to be like the practical effects in Men in Black are so good in the first one. They just put a friggin' Edgar skin on this great actor and let him walk around. I love Men in Black. I rewatched Men in Black.
I haven't seen him this emotionally charged in quite a while.
If you rewatch the first Men in Black and think, because Vincent D'Onofrio, that motherfucker commits in that movie. I like to watch it thinking, this is a set, and there's I would lose my mind if I was the boom guy. And he's just going because there's no way in the script it's like crick your neck like an insane man and fall out of a bug truck. So it's the commitment. I could watch a comedy all day and watch Seth Rogen riffing and not laugh if I'm shooting it. You know what I mean? They let them roll and roll, but him moving, you would have to take me off.
I have to rewatch this movie because I'm not placing these visuals.
Thank you to everyone who made Men in Black. If you guys haven't seen this Men in Black, you should check it out. Yeah. Okay, the de-aging thing. They're not doing it with Harrison Ford. I don't know how many Indiana Joneses there are. 6, 5 or 6.
Probably at least 5, right? Temple of the Doom or Skull.
They really with Harrison
Crystal
Ford,
Skulls
we really
was 4.
revisited Harrison Ford's franchises 30 years later. We were like, should we make Blade Runner, Indiana Jones, and Star Wars this year? And he was just like that. Yeah, I'm not learning new character
And
names.
Jack, well, I'm surprised he didn't make a cameo, and he just might in the final season of Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime, which is a pretty good TV series, which is that character from Air Force One.
Oh, is that the
Wait,
same character?
what?
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know
Jack
that.
Ryan.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, not Air Force One. The Patriot games.
Oh, I was like, no.
Patriot
In the Air Force One, he's the president
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
United
sorry.
States.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a total.
Jack Ryan's so good they gave him the plane just so Tom Cruise could
Yeah,
jump
that's a
out of it
total-
in the movie.
All these movies are so like right next door to each other. But it's there's Patriot games, and there was 2 of them, right, where he was Jack Ryan.
There was a good 15 years where a lot of movies were the government guys are strong. And then we all sort of started to see through it. Now all the movies are, remember when corporations invented the thing you like? Nikes and Flamin' Hot Cheetos
Yeah.
and Tetris. Remember that year when they invented all the stuff?
I refuse to watch Air or whatever. It's just funded by the billionaire to try to make themselves be likable.
I've seen the one about his friend, Air Bud, but I haven't seen
It's a prequel.
the prequel. It's the 420 friendly Nike creation movie, which is Air Bud, where the guy's like, we should sell weed. Okay, we've done nothing. I don't know. God damn it, I got another rant about that de-aging thing.
Lay it on us. Don't hold back.
Your brain knows.
100%.
All right. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom specifically, we've rewritten. Is there anything that you would like to, let us know up top about the script? You haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them.
Harrison Ford's, whatever to you.
There's only 2 things I know about the whole franchise.
Okay.
Is I like the way he dresses.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the brown leather. I
Yeah.
like the fedora hat. And I guess I have seen, I don't know if it's just from trailers or what, but I know about the scene. I don't know which movie it's in, but the giant boulder chasing him.
Okay.
That always stuck with me as a
yeah.
kid because I was like, boy, I hope I'm never in that predicament. What's he supposed to do?
I really thought swapping stuff out of an equal weight would come up more in my adult life.
Yeah.
They really, really made it seem like that was going to happen a lot. Well, cast it however you'd like, and then we'll get reading here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to cast it. So I'm supposed to cast actual actors to play these?
No, just us.
Oh, just
who you want to
guys.
read what part?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, there's more than 3 characters, so we may have to double up a
that's
little
okay.
bit. Ryan, why don't you be short round?
Okay.
I read the synopsis of the movie because I wasn't sure if I needed to include actual characters.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's okay.
do
Whatever
appear.
you want to do is
Yeah.
okay there too.
And then I guess Kyle, you can be you can play both band members.
Awesome.
Yeah, I put band member number 1 and band member number 2.
I can make them differentiatable.
just to kind of make the script a little more robust.
Right.
But we can.
That's a Spielberg move.
Yeah, we can morph them into one.
Wasn't this
character if you want.
Spielberg?
And then Ryan, why don't you also play the ticket agent?
Okay, so I'll be short round and the ticket agent.
And then you'll be both band members.
Wonderful.
Oh, and then there's also Short Round's father.
I could do that
Okay,
if
you
Ryan's short round.
Okay. So, and I'll just play Indiana.
Wow.
Okay, is that right? And then who reads the action?
You can read the action.
I'll read
as
the
well.
action. Okay, we ready?
Ready.
All right. And I forgot how to format an actual script. I think I did it right with interior,
Yeah, you're
train
great.
station,
Perfect.
day. All right. Here we go. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Interior, train station, daytime. Our titular character sits on a bench inside a bustling train station in Assam, India. Dressed head to toe in new brown leather, he seems uncomfortable in his clothes. His brown fedora hat still bears its price tag, but not as a fashion statement. He simply forgot to remove it. As he thumbs through a weathered scrapbook, we see various newspaper articles, photographs, ticket stubs, novelty bumper stickers, and an assortment of handwritten notes. Next to him, sitting on the same bench, is a young Asian boy named Short Round, approximately 12 years old, and the boy's father, older, but also Asian. Indiana Jones appears to be showing the boy the contents of the scrapbook. As each page turns, we see a print advertisement of Orville Redenbacher popcorn, a black and white promotional photograph of John Mellencamp, a miniature Indiana Hoosiers 1981 championship pennant, and finally a ticket stub to an Elvis Presley concert. One of the best concerts I've ever seen. Little did we know he'd be dead 7 weeks later. Last show he ever played, and right there in Indiana.
You mean India?
No, Indiana.
But we're in India.
Yes, we're in India now, but I'm from Indiana, the Hoosier state.
Whose state?
Hoosier state.
Who is her?
What?
Huh?
Short Round's father stands up from the bench, grabs his son's arm, and leads him away. Oh, yeah, who's doing the father?
I'll do
forgot.
the father.
You do the father.
John Mellon camping trip sucks chili dogs.
Jack and Diane. Very nice. So I wanted to establish that he's very enthused about his homeland of Indiana.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a walking member of the Chamber of Commerce. That's rare these days, taking pride of where you're from.
Especially there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next scene. Interior, different train station.
Can I say I would love
Daytime.
if that was it? That's how Spielberg's transitions work, is him voiceover. All right, next scene. E.T.'s waltzing around.
So there's this little alien creep. All right, passengers are filing out of a crowded train, weary from the 8-hour commute. Indiana struggles to keep pace with a group of long-haired American musicians, quickly walking through the station, all carrying guitars and amps. Excuse me, fellas. You guys are musicians, no?
What tipped you off?
You're all carrying guitars.
What do you want, Leather Daddy?
Oh, I'm just curious. You boys headed to the Dumb Music Festival?
You mean doom metal?
Doom metal, yes.
Yeah, Temple of Doom. We're headlining on Sunday.
Temple of Doom, that's the one. I'm trying to get there too. My son's band is playing there on Saturday. I traveled all the way from Indiana, the Hoosier state.
What the fuck is a Hoosier?
What?
Huh?
Anyway, see, that pacing would have been great if I was on my toes there. Anyway, if you guys are heading there now, want to share a cab?
Sure. Great idea.
The band members hail a van cab, load their gear and themselves into the van. The van drives away while Indiana stands on the sidewalk, confused as to what just happened. So they tricked him. They were using sarcasm. They said one thing but did another.
It's those bands.
Those quick-witted band members. All right, next scene. Exterior. See, now it's outside. Concert venue parking lot. Following day. Indiana exits a cab while talking on his cell phone. I haven't seen him in 8 years. We never saw eye to eye. He always hated Indiana, both the state and my self-applied nickname. He always thought I was a big square. See, this is exposition, by the way. Just because I have an unhealthy obsession with my home state. I'm proud of where I come from. I don't know anything about doom metal, but this is apparently a big deal for him, and I wanted to surprise him. I guess doom metal is very popular in India. I had no idea. No, I'm not wearing my Pacers jersey. He hates that. I bought a new outfit. Hello? Hello? You there? Damn it. Indiana approaches the main entrance of the venue. A ticket agent greets him.
Welcome to the Temple of Doom. May I see your ticket?
Hi there. Traveled a long way to be here. All the way from Indiana, home of NBA Hall of Famer Larry Bird. I don't have a ticket. It's on my phone.
That's what I meant. Let me see your phone.
Oh, okay. Let me find the ticket. The ticket agent waits impatiently while Indiana struggles to find the correct ticket app.
Here, let me do it.
Okay, it's that one.
I know.
Okay, well, some phones are different. I didn't want to assume.
Which phones are different?
What?
Huh?
The ticket agent scans the digital ticket successfully.
Okay, Mr. Jones, you're good to go. Right this way.
This way?
No, that way.
Okay. Indiana walks through the gates, immediately takes a wrong turn, and accidentally finds himself backstage. So now, next scene. Interior. See, it's indoors now. Backstage, moments later. All right, this is where the action really starts to grab hold of you. Indiana stands in the wings of the theater and covertly watches his son's band's sound check. He beams with pride as his son plays the same note over and over for the next 18 minutes. That's a doom metal reference there. The drop D tuning shakes the rafters of the theater. With each note, plumes of dust fall from the ceiling. The walls begin to shake more and more violently. In lieu of the typical vinyl banner backdrop, Ass Tractor, Indiana Son's band, have opted for a series of replica stone boulders and monoliths. During the opening notes of Ass Tractor's regional hit, Rigor Mortis Lullaby, one of the giant replica boulders becomes jarred loose from its housing and begins to roll towards Indiana. The boulder pinballs its way off the stage and into the theater's backstage hallway as Indiana flees. As the boulder closes in on Indiana, he screams in panic as he runs for his life. Sprinting down the hallway with the boulder hot on his tail. By the way, I can't remember if that was hot on his tail or trail. So,
I don't know.
So that could be a typo or
Could it
just
be
a
both?
mistake. Yeah, it could be.
Huh.
But
We
regardless,
should let this derail everything.
Yeah, the boulder is hot on his tail.
Detrail everything? Okay.
Indiana eventually approaches a locked door. Indiana kicks and punches at the door in vain. Trapped between the locked door and the approaching boulder, he sees his life flash before his eyes. He braces for impact and screams violently as the boulder closes in on him. At the moment of impact, Indiana lets out a shrieking scream. Unbeknownst to him, the boulder is not real, but a replica made of styrofoam and paper mache. Indiana is relieved and unharmed. His son, given chase, appears out of breath. And I forgot to assign that. I'll play son too. Dad, what are you doing here? Jesus, this thing came roaring at me like the currents of Indiana's mighty Wabash River. Longest free-flowing river east of the Mississippi. What? Huh? The end. There we go. It's probably pretty accurate, no?
That is actually strikingly
Haven't not
similar.
seen it. I feel like that's a
I
good
think.
guess.
Well, I'm the only one who's seen this movie.
Yeah, I don't like when people look up everything that happens before the podcast,
Yeah.
but I'll let this slide.
Okay. Too realistic.
Too realistic. One might even be like the plagiarism algorithm bot might even pick up on this.
It's the point of the podcast, Dave, is that you haven't seen it.
Oh, man. I think it's pretty close. When it said Rigor Mortis Lullaby, for some reason I thought the song was called Rigor Moranis. I'm just like, but he wasn't acting then. I think it's pretty, Ryan, pretty close.
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
Especially the relationship between the father and the son, which we don't really get to until I think Crystal Skulls, Indiana, but
Okay.
you alluded to it nicely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
The Shia LaBeouf character,
Oh, right.
who was
right.
the Indiana Jones son.
I like
Okay.
when the family stories just sort of are invented, and then you're like, well, why did they never talk about this in the first 9 hours? Well,
And
hey,
and also, by the way, real quick, we did exactly the voices that Short Round.
right. That's
and
why
his
everyone
father
says
did.
the depiction holds up over time.
Yes.
Is because of how good we did. I was actually channeling my favorite actor, Mickey Rooney, when I did my
What movie was
perform
that? That he did
Breakfast
that?
at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, right.
Just performing, people will say the audio podcast didn't require me to do the full makeup and teeth, but I am now going to go to break so I
Yeah.
can cut that part out. Do you have a pen?
The
Do you have
Rob
a pen with
Schneider
them?
of the precursor to the Rob Schneider. Oh, I usually do, but no.
Let me grab a pen real quick.
Old Rob Schneider,
Is kind of like the Mickey Rooney, the modern day Mickey Rooney.
comedy
Like
behemoth.
Mickey Rooney playing all of the non-white roles, just over the top.
I don't know if I'd want to be the modern day Mickey Rooney for that aspect.
I know, but no, but it's weird how
yeah.
that happened just all over again, but in a different way.
Let me write this time down here.
There's some movie, Brando plays an Asian dude, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I forgot which one that was. But like a samurai.
He probably won
or
an Oscar
something.
for it.
Yeah.
No one knows. When he did, he actually sent Mickey Rooney up to accept the Oscar.
Yeah.
It was in protest of
How brave Marlon Brando is playing a non-white man.
right, I bet back. Okay. All right, we're back. We're probably back at some point before this,
Sure.
but I'm saying we're back. We're going to play a real quick game here. Ryan, I think you're excluded from this game because you seem to have a little bit of knowledge of this.
Okay.
Dave, we're going to play a game called Real or Fake Indiana Jones Movie.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you the Indiana Jones blah, 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 and you have to tell me whether it's a real one or a fake one.
Okay.
We'll do it
okay.
real quick. Let me see
Boy,
if I
this is
even
gonna
have
be very
a...
difficult, having not seen any of them.
Here we go. We don't have a theme song for this one, but we do have a theme song for games where we don't have a theme song. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Temple of Doom off the list,
Okay.
but then we'll play with the rest of them here. All right, real or fake Indiana Jones movie? Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, I thought you were going to give a synopsis. Or
No,
whatever.
just the title
Okay.
here.
Well, yeah, I think. Yeah, I know that that's an actual.
All right, Indiana Jones and the Caverns of Time.
Could that be the new one? that's not released yet?
It is not. That one is fake.
Yeah, that one's fake. Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Curse of the Jade Monkey.
I'm going to say that's fake.
That one is fake.
I wish it was real.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I think that's real.
That one is real. Indiana Jones and the Secret of the Sands.
Ooh. I'm going to say fake.
That one is fake.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
That's a real one.
Indiana Jones and the Lost City of El Dorado.
I'm going to say fake.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I'm going to say the rest of these are fake because how many could there be?
Ooh,
right?
the Dial of Destiny is real
That's
and
a
comes
real
out
one.
this year. I
Okay,
would say
that's
the
the new
worst
one.
title, including all of the fake ones.
Dial of
I
Destiny.
would agree 100%. I was like, if this is the name of the new one, this is awful.
Indiana Jones movies tend to be named after things that Legends of the Hidden Temple couldn't fit into their Nickelodeon game show. The Dial of Destiny, the Jade Monkey, the Secret of the Sands. These are all Legends of the Hidden Temple situations.
Okay.
But the Dial of Destiny is the one that comes out this year.
It
Yeah,
just
that's-
dial doesn't inspire mythical object
Right.
type.
Call it a compass.
feelings.
Indiana Jones and the Compass of Completion.
Yeah, Dial of Destiny sounds like Lifetime stab at a fantasy movie.
You know what it almost
yeah.
is Tenacious D and the Dial
Dial
of
of-
Destiny.
yeah.
We are one letter away or one word away.
And it's just a bar. It's like it's like the first dial bar of soap.
Have you seen Beyonce Knowles and the Child of Destiny?
That's got to be fake.
No, that's the new one.
Okay.
It's a sequel to Gold Member. Was that the Austin Powers that Beyonce was in?
Yeah, that one was rough.
But there are
That one was rough. It
That one was rough.
didn't
The other
maintain
ones.
the standard that.
Well, I think that first one was. I mean, it just blew everybody's socks off, right?
It doesn't hold up though. In my
You know, when you see the shadow outline of the socks being blown off, it looks like sex.
Yeah.
I actually have never seen any of the Austin Powers movies,
It is
but I know
like-
that scene.
It's just making like when you mentioned that Star Wars thing earlier about how the acting and all the
Yeah.
Star Wars, it's just blowing my mind that like movies that made such like if not the biggest impact on filmmakers and movies in general are just not good.
It something like Austin Powers or a lot of these comedies really makes you realize Leslie Nielsen is that much greater.
Yes.
Because he's so good at acting and doing all of the things that the physical and satirical and all
Yes.
those comedies try and do
Yep.
with just such a fucking good straight man, straight face. It's incredible.
Yeah.
He's doing all of the jokes that continue to be done in movies where the acting is so cartoonish that
Yeah.
it's hard to rewatch.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Yeah, Nielsen's the great cocky idiot.
Yeah.
To me, that's one of the funniest things. It's just
Absolute perfect
just
character.
the moron who's like, "What? No, you're stupid."
I know. I love it so much. All right, we got a game that we're going to play here. Let me see. Do I have any other games that are related to this movie? I think that was it for the Indiana Jones ones. I got to give a shout out to fan of the podcast, ChatGPT, for writing those fake Indiana Jones movie titles. Also,
Nice.
kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
I hate the robot for a lot of things, but that Curse of the Jade Monkey and Secret of the Sands,
Secret of the Sands was a very good
those
one.
could have
Yeah.
fooled me.
Yeah.
El Dorado, too much of a thing people know about, I think, to be a title. But anyways, this game we're going to play right now, this is Ryan's favorite game. This is called Before and Afters.
I am legendarily bad at this game.
Okay.
So I am going to.
You wanna
I think
explain
I've
it?
had a breakthrough though.
You want to give an explanation of the game?
Kyle is going to read. He's going to smash together two basically. What is it? What's it called? Why am I-
Plot?
Plot.
Plot.
I was like byline.
Yeah.
Wordy
What the movie's
McHappens?
about. Yeah.
What two different movies? And so it's like smashing together two movie titles.
Okay.
So I will smash
like
together.
A Dumbo.
Yeah. One of them could be Dumb and Dumbo, right? So we got Dumb and Dumbo, Dumb and Dumber and Dumbo, or Tradumbo would be Trumbo and Dumbo, or a third option.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just say like a third option, and in post I go back in. I
And
put
it's
something in.
it's a thing that's like named after a fancy wine.
A portmanteau.
Yeah.
Isn't some of them Wolf of Wall Street, Saving Private Silverman? I combine two movies into one. I
Okay.
read you the smash together plot. You tell me the smash together title.
We have to figure out the
Okay.
title.
So not the two real titles, but I figured out
One
the
smashed, poorly
Gotcha.
smashed together, sort of haphazardly pushed until it looks like one thing almost.
And
Okay.
yeah, so which one of we guess it?
And these are real movie.
Two real movies pushed together.
All right.
So we get points if we guess it
All right.
first.
So do
We're competing against
Gotcha.
it.
You can
one
compete
another.
against each other.
Okay.
Here we go. Number one. After his wife's untimely death, A man moves his family to a wildlife preserve and renovates it to reopen for both animals and male models who are really, really...
We bought a Zoolander.
We bought a Zoolander.
Fuck, damn it.
I'll give Dave a
I'll
half point on
say
that
what
one.
he said. Just pretend that I had the idea.
Did you
too.
make that one easy because you knew I might be here?
Yes. That's the easy one. It's first. That's the first one. It's very easy. Next up. Oh, man, yeah, none of these are... Okay, here we go. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant before being initiated into a secret government agency that monitors alien life on Earth.
Oh, man. I know the movie, and I hated that movie. Nominated for an Oscar this year.
Yeah?
There's too much vomit and poop. That whole scene.
Oh, no.
No,
No,
am I
you're
not
thinking of a...
No, I'm thinking of a different
I
movie.
also didn't really love that movie.
They moved to a...
Is the
exotic
first
island.
movie the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
No.
Where they
Old?
get old? No.
Man, what is that movie you're thinking of now? I can't remember the title. And they end up on the island.
Yeah.
And
I
the
hated it.
I had a tough time with it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of poop, but that's not the movie this is. A young couple travels to a remote island to eat at an exclusive restaurant before being initiated into a secret government agency.
That's a newer movie, too, with
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes.
Mhm.
The Menu in Black.
The Menu in Black. The Menu in
Oh.
Black. Men in Black
Wait.
in the Menu.
Wait, what just happened?
Huh?
The Menu in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the alien part at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Remember we talked about Men in Black for 15 minutes earlier?
Yeah.
Earlier
Oh.
in this half hour?
You did a thing. You were dropping hints.
I wasn't. I just had watched Men in Black.
Oh,
I'm watching all. I just watched all 3 of them the past 3 or
the
4
Menu
days.
in Black. So was the menu good?
I didn't care for it.
I haven't seen it.
It was okay.
got a
What
good-
movie was I thinking of, though?
I
You know
can't
what I'm
remember, but
talking
it did. It was like a...
Nominated for an Oscar.
Actually, because then the one woman who wore it was like a class role reversal thing.
Yeah.
Liked the idea.
At the end, I
thought
liked
it was
that part.
yeah. Thought it was just a little. Sometimes something I agree with is so on the nose that I'm not super in love with it,
Yeah.
and that's how I felt about
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, we get it. Capitalism. Gotcha.
Felt a little like a comedy sketch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did. Like, is this
God,
supposed
what
to
is
be-
that fucking called?
I have no idea.
And for everyone screaming, that's fine. You can keep doing it. All right, number 3. They're all difficult, I'd say. Oh, here we go. The Chronicles of a School Year in the Lives of High School Students in Southern California, including an inexperienced teen, a stoned surfer named Spicoli, and the owner of a failing record store who is dumped by his longtime girlfriend.
Chronicles of Ridgemont High? No.
Wait, no, it's well, the first one is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and the second one is I can't remember that. What is it? It's why can't I remember the name of that movie?
Breakfast Club?
No, it's the John Cusack movie where he owns a record store and he goes through all his
High Fidelity?
So it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High Fidelity.
Ooh, Fast Times at Ridgemont High Fidelity.
job.
I'll give Ryan 2 points
Yeah,
and Dave 1 point for that
I guess
one.
I always like if I think of one, I know it. I just say it out loud, even though I'm giving away.
Oh, that
But
now
we
that I
talked
now
through
that I
it.
have multiple points to distribute, I like to give weight on who brought what to the answer.
Okay.
Because you used the word Chronicles, I was just... Chronicles of Narnia!
Right.
And the other thing... that he
Also, I thought you were
combines
doing
with-
Chronicles of Riddick,
Chronicles.
Schmontai,
Yeah, I was gonna-
Fast Times at the Chronicles of Riddick High. That's where all the kids drive diesel trucks to school. All right, here we go. After consuming a ridiculous amount of illegal drugs, a giant furry carnivore pretends his dead boss is still alive, so it doesn't spoil his vacation at the boss's beach house.
Weekend at Cocaine Bears.
Weekend at
Bear.
Bigfoot's.
Cocaine Bernie's.
Well, I'll give you that,
oh,
Ryan. Weekend at Cocaine
Cocaine
Barney's. We'll give you that.
Oh,
one.
okay.
We'll give you that
What
one.
was the title?
Weekend at Cocaine Barney's.
Barney. Okay.
Barney's. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, some people talk about the Mandela effect. They think it was Weekend at Bernie's, and some people think it was Weekend at Bernie's.
I've seen some people say it's Weekend at Pyrenees, which I thought was just even a totally different thing. I think that's that movie we forgot the title to.
Have y'all seen Cocaine Bear?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No. There
me
is like
neither.
meth raccoon coming out too.
Well,
I'm not even joking.
What's her
Really?
name? What's her name directed it?
Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah, and
We
yeah.
all
So
saw that coming.
once I saw that she was a director, I was like, I will watch this.
Mhm.
But I've heard it was a fun romp.
Yeah, come on, let's make movies that are fun. I like that. You know what I like is that it came out in theaters. It was like a fun movie that you thought that would seem to be made just to shove on Hulu or something like that. But instead, they're like, this is a theater thing. Go laugh at it and have the ridiculous time in a movie theater. Okay, we got that. Here we go. Dos Mas. A half-mortal, half-vampire attempts to rid the world of other vampires in this satirical take on Westerns about a black sheriff and his fight to save a
Interview
town.
with Blazing Saddles?
No, it's Blade Saddles.
Oh, Blade Saddles. Blading Saddles.
Trinity Blades.
Blading Saddles,
Blading
Blading
Saddles.
Saddles.
Blading Saddles.
It's all over the place there.
Man, I love the Blade series.
I do too. Very underappreciated in the everything's a superhero movie now is that Blade was dope as shit like 10 years before that.
The blood coming out of the sprinklers in the opening scene of like that basement rave.
The techno rave.
Incredible.
And now I guess they're making another Blade. Mahershala Ali is Blade. I've been hearing that for like 7 years though.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be Chris Christopherson's age by the time they make this
Well,
Blade
Wesley has to
movie.
make a cameo, right?
He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board for all of that happening.
Sure. I think that was. What if True Detective season 3 was that, and none of
Oh
us
my
watched
God.
it, and we didn't realize it was actually Blade? I think True Detective season 3 had the time jump, but they didn't use They used aging, which is fine because it's a guy playing his actual age and older is easier to do. Anyways, last one. It's currently 8 points for Dave, 7 points for Ryan.
Ooh, yes.
This one has a possibility of 8 points to be distributed.
Ooh.
Okay.
A woman on the lam stops at a ramshackle motel and meets the high-strung proprietor who has a tough relationship with his mom and a genius-level IQ, but chooses to work as a janitor at a school.
Psycho Will Hunting?
That's a lot.
I don't know what the first one is. It's a woman on the run.
You got it. You got to find the right shove together here.
Okay.
Oh.
Goodwill Psycho?
This one is not fun. Here, I'm giving you all.
Wait. Yeah.
Psychoed Will Hunting.
Psychoed Will Hunting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
By the time we get
Psychoed
to the
Will
end, it's
Hunting.
barely the shell of the game that it used to be. I do want to give a shout out. Thank you to the people. So a couple people wrote some of those titles on the Discord for the podcast or messaged me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Moist and Lemons, who I believe are pseudonyms, I think, on the Discord for the fans of the podcast are on there. You can join the Discord if you go to fart.kyleayers.com. It'll give you a link. You can play before and afters. We actually have a robot, like a AI robot that'll play the before and afters game against you and get with all of them that we've ever used on the show. So you can go there. Thank you to Moist. Thank you to Lemons. Weekend at Cocaine Baronies, I believe, was Lemons. The Menu in Black. We bought a Zoolander. There were good ones in there.
Yeah, those were all very good.
You can tell when they're mine because they are Psychoed Will Hunting. Or when they're someone else's because they're fun to say and guess. Okay, current score. We have 15 for Dave, 7 for Ryan.
Suck it.
Oh, well, he got all 8 on that one.
He got yes, he did.
Well, you did.
He got 7 of the 8. We're now going to go to another quick break. We'll be right back, and we're going to play a few more games. All right, we're back, everybody. We're going 38 minutes in here. I don't know why I said that. That's only for me. This game we're going to play, this is a pretty new game. We've only played it one time on the podcast. This game is called Duck, Duck, Go, Ood, Luck, Guessing the Predictive Text of the Search Engine No One Uses. The songs also help me keep track of when I'm editing where everything is because I'd see the little wave file in there. How this game works is DuckDuckGo. It's the Yahoo of Google's. DuckDuckGo, you search things on there. It will predict what you're about to type, like Google. Except DuckDuckGo doesn't have as many. Google's is broke at this point. You type in anything and it has the same 8 guesses. I typed in something into DuckDuckGo. You'll have to guess what the predictive text thinks you're about to Google. Even DuckDuckGo, I'm calling it Google. And what would you call it? Duck?
Ducking. I mean, I use DuckDuckGo because I use a Brave browser, but I don't have to say this every time we play this game.
It's like a real turducken of a commerce. Turduck going.
Wait, DuckDuckGo is a real thing?
DuckDuckGo.com is
I
a
didn't know
search
that.
engine that's like a non-cookie gathering, privacy-oriented search engine. I sound like an ad for it almost. It does do a really good job.
Okay.
And if you type Dave Stone into Google, it'll have the same thing as if you type Kyle Ayers into Google. It'll be like comedian, age, net worth, height, location, comedy. Same things. It's always the same. DuckDuckGo actually is more specific. And so I typed in, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 replies. How this will work is the further down your reply is, the more points you'll get.
Okay.
I typed in Brad Pitt and then the letter A. Brad Pitt, and then the letter A. What does it think so some of it's like a completing with the word that starts with A thing. What does it think I'm searching? Dave, we'll start with you.
Brad Pitt A. Astronaut. Brad Pitt. Wasn't he an astronaut? Ad Astra.
That's a good guess.
Ad Astra.
Brad Pitt Ad Astra?
Ad Astra.
That is the 8-point answer.
Is
that is
it
the
really?
8-point answer is Brad Pitt Ad Astra all the way at the bottom.
I mean, I thought he said astronaut first. But,
well, you got to let someone finish their thought.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
23. He has so many points. I've abandoned tallies for Dave. Ryan is at 7. All right,
okay.
Ryan. Brad Pitt Ad Astra is gone.
Oh, and that's
Brad
the
Pitt,
that's the highest point one.
That is the highest point
So
one.
I can't say Brad Pitt Ad Astra 2 ?
That might be 9, but I didn't scroll.
Brad Pitt acting.
No.
Or
I'll give it to you. You were just getting a little to clean your throat.
yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say Brad Pitt actor.
Oh, also not on here.
Oh, okay.
I would have gave you that.
Oh, I have another one.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt Angelina.
That is
Jolie.
number 2.
Oh,
2 more points.
Yeah.
Dave's very good at this.
Number 2
Okay,
is off the
so-
board.
Brad Pitt age.
That is number 1. There's
Fuck
1
yeah.
point for Ryan. He's up to being down by 17. You guys are doing pretty good with this one.
So we've got age, Angelina, Ad
Ad
Astra.
Astra. There's 5, 2,
And
3,
acting and
4, 5.
actor aren't on the list, which is
Correct. That's why I think this does a better job. It eliminates the things you search for everybody.
yeah.
And I believe this is doing the specific Brad Pitt exclusive more so searches than like other people.
Mhm.
I'm stumped. I can't think of anything other than the hardest one I already answered.
I've got one.
We'll swing over to Ryan.
I just have to have the first word, right?
From now, yeah, yeah.
It's going to be Brad Pitt and.
But then there's more.
Oh, I
there
thought
is a Brad Pitt and.
Because I just
Brad Pitt.
that's why I asked if I just needed the first word.
Oh, well, no, because this is so specific.
And Leonardo DiCaprio.
That is not on
No.
there. But you're in the right direction. It is a person.
Okay.
and it's probably Angelina again.
No, that was its own one. They don't do dupes like that either.
Oh, it's Brad Pitt and the new Emporium. Brad.
Is that a person he's dating?
Oh, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct for
Ah,
3
good-
points.
good
For
one.
3 points.
I should have said Aniston.
We now have left 2 body parts, something in his life, and a career goal.
Oh, Brad Pitt arm.
Brad Pitt abs.
Brad Pitt abs for 5 points.
Arm.
He's got great abs.
Who's ducking his arm?
What
He's
the
got-
fuck is going? Who's ducking Brad Pitt arm?
He's got good arms, but better abs.
All right, we got one more body part, and then we have
Ass. It's clear. Brad Pitt ass.
that is not on there.
Brad
Wait.
Pitt Adam's apple.
No,
It's not. It's not ass.
this is sort of a trick question. Body part, and then we got a couple more things about him.
Oh, Brad Pitt athlete.
No,
Athletic.
Athlete's foot.
no, that's close.
Brad Pitt
Geographic.
Armageddon.
No.
Brad Pitt.
Ankle.
It's a trick. It's a body
All right,
part,
here we
but
go.
It's a trick.
Here we go. I'll give you for the number 7. The 7.1 was Brad Pitt awards.
Oh.
Okay.
The
yeah.
6.1 was Brad Pitt adopted children,
Ah, there you go.
and the 4.1 was Brad Pitt Achilles,
Achilles. Did he
a
hurt
body
his
part that
Achilles?
he
Oh,
also played in Troy.
Oh, he
Oh, there we
played it.
go.
Oh my God.
But pretty good, pretty good. It's 30 to 11.
Shit.
It's 30.
Okay, so what you're saying is I still have a chance to get back into
You
this.
still have a chance.
If I can double down, right? Later.
I think you're thinking of a chicken sandwich,
Oh, okay.
and not necessarily the game. I think you might be thinking of a chicken sandwich. All right, this game that we're going to play on here. This game is called Build the Perfect Movie.
Oh, I've got this.
How this game works is I will give you a category. You have to pick 2 movies from that category whose Rotten Tomatoes score add up to as close to 100 as possible without going over. So Price is Right rules apply. 101 is a loss. So you'll each pick 2. You're kind of competing against one another. You'll each pick your first. We'll review the scores. That way you can pick your second accordingly. Dave, as a new player to the game, people oftentimes try and pick an extreme and then pick the other extreme.
Okay.
Some people try and go 50-50, but you never know. We're going critic score.
Okay.
And why don't we just stick with Brad Has Brad Pitt been in any bad movies? I'm sure he's got some low ones in there. It might be hard. It might be hard.
I'm trying to think of a bad Brad Pitt movie.
It's tough to think of, like, he's got so many big uns that I just feel like it's hard to find some 20s in there anywhere.
I could. There's only one I can think of that might have gotten a lower.
This
end.
man literally has nothing below 34.
Really?
Oh, all the way back to
Some guys
2006. Oh, he wasn't even in that. He was a producer. It's gonna be tough, but let's do it. We'll try Brad Pitt.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, we won't. Let's try. We'll just do drama. 2 dramas. You got to pick 2. Brad Pitt would be. I just think no one is gonna qualify.
Okay.
So 2 dramas. Whose Rotten Tomatoes scored up to as close to 100 as possible. Dave, since you're ahead 30-11, you can go ahead and pick first.
So I just pick
Any drama.
any drama.
But you got to think then. If it's good, you're gonna have to think of a bad one. If it's bad, you think good. If it's okay.
Okay. Let's see here. A drama. What's a good drama I've watched lately? Okay. Here's a good one. Oh, I might be making it hard on myself. I recently rewatched and finally enjoyed Chinatown.
Oh yeah.
That's a good drama. That's got to have a
Oh, wait,
pretty high score.
Oh, but Brad Pitt doesn't have to be in
Brad
this.
Pitt doesn't have to be in
Yeah.
it.
Oh shoot. Okay, so I was
He was thinking,
I was like, wait a
what
second.
did he?
Was
who
he
was
a
he
baby?
in Chinatown?
Does
All
he
right.
have to pick his second or I
No.
pick
Then you
first?
pick.
Okay.
Then we'll review the scores.
Well,
so you know
I'm
what
gonna
you wanna do.
go. I'm gonna go Interview with a Vampire. I am gonna go a Brad Pitt movie, just because that one was mentioned earlier. I think that's probably pretty high.
All right, here we go. Interview with the Vampire is a 63%.
I'd have thought it'd be higher than that.
Wow.
So Ryan, you're looking for a 37.
Mhm.
Chinatown is a 99%. So Dave, you were looking for a 1 or less.
Okay.
Just think of the worst movie. If it's so bad it's a 1 or a 0, I'll call it a drama.
Okay.
So you got to think of the worst thing you can think of. Ryan has more to make up, so he'll go first. Ryan, once again, you're looking for a 37.
I can't stop thinking of this movie, so I'm just gonna say World War Z. I think that was low. I don't think people liked World War Z, starring Brad Pitt.
All right. And Dave?
I watched this movie recently, and while I kind of enjoyed it for the novelty of it, I would not be surprised if it had an incredibly low score. Hell Comes to Frogtown, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper of
Oh,
WWF
wow.
fame. He's there's frog people, and they need his
Yeah.
sperm.
What's more interesting than like maybe the plot of the movie is how you came to watch it.
Some people would also refer to the
Like-
gentrification of that neighborhood as a similar title. It's an LA specific
Yes.
joke.
Like how you found 2 hours of your life to watch. What was it called?
Hell comes
Hell
to
Comes to
Frogtown.
Frogtown.
Okay.
And there was something in the plot had to do with he was a prisoner, and there was like all these hot babes that were keeping him prisoner, and they needed his seed to kind of repopulate
Of course. Wow.
Frogtown.
Wow. This actually might be a 0 or a 1 now that he says the plot.
So here's the crazy thing. First off, what I love about Hell Comes to Frogtown is this character is named Hell. Isn't it? Roddy Piper's character is named
Oh, wow.
Sam Hell, which is so funny.
Double entendre.
And you throw that in there. All right, here we go. Chinatown is a 99%. Hell Comes to Frogtown, 56.
Wow.
56.
Way off
What
base.
you ran into here was there are only 9 reviews.
Okay.
But I think
All
6 of the
huge
9,
Roddy Piper
or
and Hot Babe fans.
5 of the 9 gave it a pretty good.
Wow.
But there's a lot of like, this knows what it's doing.
Yeah,
Seem
yeah.
to be the reviews.
Oh, so it's one of those. So it's like, because I was
It's
over here
supposed to
thinking
be
like
bad,
someone
yeah.
wrote this script and got money to make it.
Yeah.
Or it was made.
All right,
and his
Ryan,
name
can
was
Ryan
Hell.
qualify here? 63% for Interview with the Vampire. World War Z, 66%.
Wow.
Way over as well.
Wait. So Interview with a Vampire was 63 and
Yes.
World War Z was 66.
Yes.
That seems crazy to me.
Interview with the Vampire has a big discrepancy as far as the audience gave it an 86. So you got a big discrepancy there. And that's
Okay.
actually the second part of the game we're going to play. We, Interview with the Vampire eliminated. We're going to play the subcategory of Build the Perfect Movie. This is called Discrepancy. You have to pick the movie with the biggest discrepancy between the critics and audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Either way. I don't care which one's more, but whatever the disagreement has to be at an all-time high. And we're going to do Brad Pitt movies. Interview with the Vampire, obviously,
Off the table.
Off the table. What Brad Pitt movie has the biggest discrepancy between the audience score and the critic score? Ryan, you won that last. Well, no one won, so Dave, you'll still go first.
Like we were saying earlier, I can't think of a traditionally bad Brad Pitt movie that would have a
It's
low
tough.
score. There's got to be something, right?
I'm just trying to remember the names of movies at this point. I'm more worried about that than. I mean, there's the ones that I can remember.
I'm
I
more
think
than
were
happy to
probably-
read through some Brad Pitt movies if you
Okay,
want to hear
that
a
would
bunch.
help.
Babylon, Blonde, Bullet Train. Maybe he was just a producer in that. The Lost City. There's Ad Astra, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He really produces a lot of movies now. War Machine, Allied, all the old ones like that we really know. But there's like the Ocean's movies. There's Moneyball, Burn After Reading, Benjamin Button, Time Traveler's Wife, The Year of the Dog. Well, he's just a producer in that as well. He produced The Departed. This guy is fucking everywhere. The Mexican, Fight Club, Snatch, 7 Years in
know which
Tibet,
one is-
Sleepers 7, 12 Monkeys, Legends of the Fall, True Romance,
Okay. I'm gonna say Snatch.
Snatch.
I'm gonna say that audience loved it and critics probably panned it.
All right. Ryan?
Okay. Well, yeah, in that vein, I think critics hated. I think I want to go with Troy. And I think that was just a bad movie.
I never
but
saw it.
people probably liked it because it was Brad Pitt with his shirt off.
Yeah.
So you're going the opposite. You think the audience likes it more.
I think the audience definitely liked
Once
Troy,
again, doesn't matter, but yeah.
and I think the critics hated Troy.
So you're both correct. These are both loved more by the audience. Snatch, critic was a 74. Audience is a 93.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
a 19% discrepancy
Okay.
in favor.
Do you want to put a side bet on this before you hear mine? You want to go double or nothing on your points?
You just calm down.
Okay.
Just relax.
Here we go. And you know what? We'll give you if you win, here's how the points work. The winner wins the amount of points that they won by.
Okay.
So you're at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, audience is a 53.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
critic is a 53.
Oh,
Audience is a
80.
73. So
that's
that's 20. So it's a win by one.
1 point.
That's a win by one for Ryan.
bastard.
So Ryan is up to 12.
Wow.
Yeah, you only get 1 point. So
You only get 1
there you
point.
go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't remember now. I was just going to say World War Z again.
I'm having no, that one was pretty close. I'm sort of scrolling through Brad Pitt things. Fight Club is about a 20. The Private, he's just a producer. He really just produced a lot of movies. I will say, like, Inglourious Bastards is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse James is the same. Ocean's movies are all pretty much the same. People tend to agree.
Time Traveler's Wife was probably a good one.
People really, really tend to agree on Brad Pitt movies. 59 audience, 38 critics. That one's pretty close. That's a 19 as well. I don't see any massive ones. You get into some people, and there's like Sandler.
Oh, yeah.
You got some 55, 60 point
Yeah.
discrepancy. Like one of them, his is 102% discrepancy. Is like a critic literally told you need to, like Men in Black flashy thing, forget it. And then the audience has it as 101. Meet Joe Black. There's his biggest one. 81 audience, 46.
Meet Joe Black.
critics.
That would have been a good one. Yep.
Critics hated Meet Joe Black?
Yeah, I think they like the ending where he just walks into traffic. Have you seen this ending of this movie, Ryan? It is actually looks fake. I mean, it is fake. He didn't die, but it is bananas.
It's been a while. I have seen that movie, but it's been a while. I forget. And I think I would have, well, we can't be that specific because I would have said World War Z director's cut, actually. But World War Z was taken off the table.
So you're saying they made all the critics go back and watch the movie they didn't like the first
Well,
time?
originally, the audience would have hated.
Sure.
The audience didn't like World War Z, the original cut, and the studio made them change made the ending change, if I'm not mistaken, before they released it because the focus groups hated the ending so much.
What was the ending of World War Z?
The ending.
Don't spoil it, but tell me.
Well, it wasn't one of the happy ending movies. It wasn't a happy ending movie.
I like the movies where it ends where someone's sort of just looking out at nothing.
Oh, what's that movie with the? I'm not going to do this right now.
No, now's the time. All right, we have one more game we're going to play. This game is called Guess What Movie Kyle's Dad is Describing, having only watched the trailer and never having heard of the movie The Game. How this game works is my dad watches a movie trailer. He writes down what's happening in that, and then he reads back what he wrote down, what he saw. He doesn't know any actors. He hasn't been to a movie theater in 30 years. So we're working with minimal details here.
This is so funny. I just watched the Seinfeld episode the other night where Frank Costanza starts selling computers, and he got the idea because he watched a provocative movie on cable last night. It was called The Net. Or no, it's called The Web with that girl from the bus. The Web with that girl from the bus.
Here we go. What movie is this a trailer for? If you know, you can chime in at any time if you'd like. Didn't feel like the end of it, but it was.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is The Wolf of Wall Street, and I haven't seen that movie, so I don't even know.
It's not The Wolf of Wall Street.
Cars crushing cars.
Grabbing by the back of the head, kissing his girl. It's like some kind of action movie for sure. So think of action stars.
Are these new movies, or this could
This
be
one is
anything?
not that new.
This could be anything. Okay.
This could be a what's his name?
True.
That's a good point.
Who's the guy who was a big action star back in like the 60s and 70s? He had like the mustache and the black
Charles
straight hair.
Bronson?
Charles Bronson.
It's not him.
Okay.
It's not Charles Bronson.
It's not a Charles Bronson.
It's a Charles Bronson documentary trailer that my dad watched. Chucky Braun.
Cars crashing into cars. What was it? He seems badass.
It's badass.
Fast and Furious 6.
Ooh, no.
Bullet.
No.
But you said
Get one more
ooh,
guess.
so Fast and Furious 5.
No.
Any of the Fast and Furious movies? 4.
No.
Oh, okay.
Smokey and the Bandit.
No.
Cannonball Run. No,
No,
it's
this is kind of fun now, though.
I'm stumped.
I don't think we have to worry
All
about.
right.
Oh, you know what?
This is for 21 points.
It's got Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce
No.
Willis in it.
Give us a hint. Can you give us
we
one
talking
hint?
about Die Hard?
No,
Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Pulp Fiction?
We,
Can you tell
I
us
think
what
it's
decade
late
it's from?
80s,
Late
early
80s.
90s. I think it was
Okay.
80s, early 90s. I
Late
can't remember
80s.
exactly what year it was.
so it was Jean-Claude.
No.
I have no idea.
We were looking for Roadhouse.
Oh my!
Oh! It was right there.
Oh
He
my
is
God!
badass.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
He is
Roadhouse.
crashing cars.
Grabbing people by the back of the head. That must have been like when
He grabs like 80 people by the back of the head in that movie. The only
Oh
person
my
he grabs from the
God.
front, it is insane.
Being
Roadhouse.
nice until it's
one of
not
my
nice.
favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
It
And
really
I
is
couldn't
great.
get it.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody
wow.
everybody talks about old hunky Swayze, but a very young and spry and hunky Samuel Elliott
Yeah.
just crushes it.
Just a real foreshadowing of how often he'll sit on a stool.
Yeah.
If you think that guy likes sitting on a stool, then you're going to love the 90s.
Terry Funk is in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That when Sam Elliott shows up in that movie, to me, that was so reminiscent of that moment in wrestling when the
Oh, yeah, it's almost like
when
the
the face
predecessor
is
to
getting,
glass shattering
defeated,
music.
and then their friend shows up.
Yeah.
right? And you're like that extra burst to put you over.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
It's like Stone Cold running down to help Mankind win the title for the first
Exactly.
time. And the audience is just like, we know Stone Cold would win in a fight, but we've been rooting for Mankind for a while now.
Yeah.
So thank you. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. Thank you for having never seen Indiana Jones.
Absolutely.
Let everyone know anything you'd like them to know about you.
I got a new special on YouTube called Pack a Lunch. You can watch that at your leisure. And on tour quite a bit. Tour dates at dumbdavestone.com. Come see me in person.
Great. Thank you.
It'll be fun.
Ryan, you get 12/30ths of the time Dave spent on his promos, just based on our point distribution here. So you got 9 seconds. No, tell everyone where you go. You're going on tour. You don't have to go fast. You can take your time.
Oh, okay. At Rysing, RYSING on socials, RyanSingerComedy.com.
You're going to be out a lot too.
All summer.
All summer.
All summer. Find me.
We'll be out together in December.
I'm going to do this. Right. We'll do this now. If you guys go out and see either of these guys on tour and go up to them, say, I heard on Never Seen It, tell me, I'll send you guys some merch for free. The listeners, not neither of you two. So go out and see live shows. If you like Instagram Reels of crowd work, these are sort of like long versions of that seem scripted. So that's my new tour, is long scripted crowd work reels.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
I've never seen it.